Hello everyone, my name is Codemaster Jamal and I'm an indie game developer. For the past 7 years, I have been personally developing a 3D monster collecting MMORPG all by myself. This includes the programming, the graphics, and music for the game. It's been almost 2 years since I released a devlog for the game, and personally, I think we were long overdue. The previous devlogs discussed how I started working on the official overworld maps of the game, and I made sort of a weak devlog about how I created a beta test key generator for the beta test of the game. Once again, if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for our website at mw-industries.com for additional information related to the game. We will be having a beta test for the game very soon, and I hope you guys are all on board. I've done a lot for the game, but I'm not willing to show everything about the game all at once. I want to leave a few surprises for the players. That being said, there's a lot of things that I want to show off in this video, and I just hope I have the ability to showcase everything all in one video. If you like virtual monsters and you would like to see more content about virtual monsters on this channel, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. More importantly, share this video with your friends and family across social media. I can really appreciate the help. Thank you to everyone that supports the channel. In this devlog, I'm going to be discussing a few things, mainly because the way how I'm doing this devlog is actually going to be a little bit different than how I normally do devlogs. In this devlog, I'm going to be discussing the new textures I made for the game. I'm also going to be discussing the concept art that I made for the game, as well as the new monster models I created for the game. We also have the fourth and final soundtrack for Virtual Monsters that I finally finished, and we're also going to talk about the battle mode for the game as well. We also want to discuss the new virtual clothes, or at least new textures I created for the virtual models, as well as the ability to choose your voice for your character for the character creation system, which is the final and last part of the character creation system. And for the most part, that'll be all for this devlog. There's still more things I'd like to discuss in this video, but I can't get to everything, every small little bit of detail in general. So for the most part, I'm going to keep it very, very small. Without further ado, let's get into the video. This is the 24th devlog for Virtual Monsters. To begin, let's start off with something that brought a lot of traffic to this channel: textures. Yes, if you're watching this channel, chances are you've probably seen my tutorial series about how you can make your very own textures for 3D games. I wasn't trying to add more textures to the game, but I managed to create 2 additional snow textures. Originally, I wanted the game to keep its cartoonish look, but this enhances the snowy areas in the game by giving it more realistic textures to work with. This gives the games a more snowy or cold aesthetic to work with. I use these textures for an area in Bluetopia called the Frozen Path. To a certain degree, I feel like the snow can be a bit blinding, so if it messes with your vision, please let me know in the comments section. Outside of this, I think the textures came out very well, and I think the music fits the level of the game. In terms of music, I want to use a key that would make the player feel cold. Something in the key of minor would fit very well. This area that you see is actually a test arena that I'm using when the player goes online. Currently, I'm not instancing the player in the actual game area where you can encounter monsters and NPCs. That being said, during the beta test, you can still interact with other players in this area, but we won't entirely have monsters and NPCs into the actual game until I finish all of the assets for monsters and NPCs. Now let's get into the next big thing, which is actually a huge update for Virtual Monsters. I began to work on the concept art for Virtual Monsters. This includes designing monsters by hand. Yes, that's correct. I actually drew all of these monsters by hand. I then scanned them and finished the drawing in an art program. In the art program, I did the line art and then colored them. Once this was done, I uploaded the image to my server and inserted the monster into the website's database. On the official Virtual Monsters website, you can view something known as a virtual dex. In the future, there will be more to view on the website, including special attacks and even images for 3D models. I sort of built a wiki page for Virtual Monsters. Once again, if you really like Virtual Monsters, feel free to sign up for the website, as we would greatly appreciate any new members. More importantly, you will gain popularity points, which is a form of currency they can use in-game for special prizes and rewards. You can gain popularity points just by posting on the forums and participating in community-wide events. The next update I wanted to show off is that I made some new 3D models for monsters in the game. These monsters are Axio, an amphibian virtual monster, and Varnock, a reptile virtual monster. I also have a new model for Enzor, but I won't be showing this off until much later, or at least until the textures are done for it. For now, I'm just going to officially announce that I won't be using assets from the asset store for monsters in my game, even though I will be using some assets from the asset store to finish my game. I won't be using monster assets from the store to finish finish it. Originally, I wanted to use some monsters from the asset store, however, I came across a few issues when I imported some of these monsters into my game. I came across very minor flaws that most people probably won't notice, but as a perfectionist, it bothered me. I won't go into much detail, but in the long term, it's better if I do the animations from the monsters myself. Despite this, I'm not that great of an animator, but I'm really hoping I get better at this skill. This is something that I actually want to fine tune, and originally I was going to learn how to animate 3D models to begin with as a part of my process for learning how to make video games and self-teaching myself how to make video games in general. So this will actually be the last thing that I have to teach myself in order to complete my education. So it's something I'm not entirely looking forward to, as it's a very, very tedious process, but at the same time, I'm happy to get it over with and just kind of move on to the next thing, because at that point my education in making video games will be completely done, and that's something that I'm actually looking forward to. So thank you. You can look forward to that type of thing. Next, I'd like to discuss music. As of July 31st, 2025, Virtual Monsters Soundtrack Part 4 is available on all major streaming platforms across the entire world. This is actually my largest album to this date, which has over 40 songs. Altogether, across 4 albums, there are 127 songs included in this game. Originally, I didn't want to make so much music, but after completing this project, I don't think I'll be making music for a really long time. I can always add more songs, but I decided to stick with the large collection of songs I currently have available. At some point, I might even allow musicians to join into the creative process. There's definitely some spots where I can include more music, but making this many songs really killed my brain. I think making music was my greatest venture, and to think that all of my time playing in bands and studying school finally paid off. More importantly, there's a 4th and final album for Virtual Monsters. On this album, we will discover some of the other parts of the world, such as the other continents in the real world. This is to show off the diversity of cultures that we have on planet Earth. I've always been kind of a hippie, even though I found out that a lot of people aren't really kind to this type of ideology. The point is, I love all races of people regardless of the color of your skin, your religion, or gender. People are people, and I think that people are very interesting, even if they don't think they are themselves. I created Virtual Monsters to give love to the world. Finally, I have some never before seen footage of the battle scene. I haven't entirely figured it out, but since we now have all of the music necessary for the game complete, I took the time to add the battle music to the battle scene. I also managed to add some cutscene cameras that can shift before the battle. There's more to it, but I'll officially be releasing this footage on the official Virtual Monsters YouTube channel later on after the release of this video. As you can see here, I'm still using assets from the asset store, but this is merely to test the operations within my game. If you look at this footage here, we can see a monster running around the battle terrain. You may not notice it at first, but some of the animations for the monster doesn't entirely sync up right, especially when attacking. It makes the game feel like it's lagging when it's not. And this is the main reason why I'll be making my own assets for the game, so I can tweak my animations to my own liking. It's going to be difficult because animating 3D models are a new skill that I need to acquire, but definitely worth it if I can master it. Next, I did some textures for Virtual World clothes. The suit for the Virtual World is largely inspired by the Mega Man Battle Network series. I made an armor set for each of the factions found in the world of Virtual Monsters. This includes Circuit Mafia, Data Miners, HTTPS or Covenant, Anon, Virtualists, System Sector, the Black Hatters, Underground Monster League, and Virtual Monsters Association. This is for both the male and female models. The model that you see currently is actually the player model, so I'll be working on the child and adult models soon, which will create a complete set, but don't expect this update until after the beta test. I'll be using the child and adult models mainly for NPCs in the overworld. For now, I want to use the faction costumes that I created for enemies in the overworld, especially for enemies in the virtual world. Overall, the concept and world of Virtual Monsters has come together very well. As we combined the music and the concept art for Virtual Monsters, the game overall feels like its own thing more and more. Even though I had to borrow graphics from here or there, things feel like it's coming together very well, and it feels like things are molding together very well. I'm actually out of words to explain how well I think things are coming together. Like, it feels like its own thing. If you guys didn't know, for the longest time, I didn't know if I wanted to make Virtual Monsters a video game, a book, or some type of manga, but I'm so happy I decided to make it a video game. Even though it could have been a manga, it could have been a different form of media, I'm definitely happy I decided to make it a video game. Lastly, I added the option of choosing the voice for your character. I wish there was a bit more customization with this, but perhaps I'll add more customization for voices once I get further in development for the game. However, there's a huge chance that it won't be updated further than this. I see the character creation system as being complete with the ability to choose your character's voice. That being said, there is more I would like to do with this, but I just decided to keep the options very limited for now when it comes to character voices. I wasn't going to add this into the game at first, but I decided to add it at the very last moment. You're allowed to play a sample for the character's voice and change the pitch of the voice. Overall, it simply makes your character more unique and allows you to fine-tune your character's traits.
Alright. Hello. Let's go. Alright.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Alright. Let's go. Hello. Let's go. Let's go. Hello.
Let's go. Alright. Hey. Alright. Hey. Let's go. Alright. Hey. Hello. Let's go.
Alright. Hey. Hey. How? Alright.
Well, this will be it for now. If you wish to support the channel, feel free to check out our merch store. You can find the links to the website, the merch store, and many other great things in the description of this video below. Any purchase or even view will greatly be appreciated and will go towards building virtual monsters. To think that I did all this with no sponsors is something else. If you like watching this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more virtual monster content. I would greatly appreciate any share that this video received, and more importantly, I would greatly appreciate it if you signed up for my website. My website has a lot to offer, and I would like to make game development my regular 9 to 5. There are plenty of things to do with my website, so make sure to take the time to explore. Thanks for watching my video. Keep making games. Till next time, this is Codemaster Jamal, and I'm signing out.